cares about diction, rapping, lyrics? Okay, here's the topic of today's video. I like Too Slimy, I like Somber, I like Hobo Johnson. First of all, Hobo Johnson, yeah, I've been seeing a lot, like in Instagram reels or in TikTok and whatnot, and people been clowning on this guy. It's like calling him like burger music. The way it's getting bothered and hot. Gross! And then they make fun of it. Bro, okay, to my curiosity, okay, the first time I ever heard of Hobo Johnson, right? Okay, I watched this guy called Anthony Ventano, The Needle Drop. I like this guy. I listen to this guy's music opinion. I like when he says something is good, I'm like, oh, it's probably good. So like I heard he gave Hobo Johnson's album, The Fall of Hobo Johnson, an 8. But like since then, back then I didn't really listen to it. I've never listened to a single lick of Hobo Johnson until like 2 years ago. But really now is when like I started to get curious about him. Like I actually like wanted to actively listen to his music. And so I heard Pete's Gone, and I thought it was like it's interesting. It's not like a good. It's not really like a song. Like it really isn't a song. But like I just think like listening to it is like an experience. It's an interesting experience that I don't think like any other song could like make me feel. And and just for that, I think it's worth something. I kind of like listening to it. Kind of. I like it. Honestly, I think it's a good song because it makes me feel interesting things. And so, I listen to Pete's Gone, which is cool. And then I also listen to the NPR music live performance, which everyone's been clowning on. And I'm like, I don't know. Like 2 days ago, right? It was like I felt very emotional. I want to say like emotional. I just felt like tired, maybe a little bit emotional. I don't know. I was just like tired, right? And so I listened to it with my earbuds on. I listened to the whole performance, and I felt it. I felt it. I was feeling it, man. Like I was feeling the words. His words were concise. I felt it, but it's not like I relate to this stuff. And honestly, I'm not really ugly, or I've never been in love before. I've never gotten a girlfriend. I've never been heartbroken before. I've never confessed to anyone and got rejected. I've never had a one-sided crush before, so I can't really relate to it. But like, still, it's just like how genuine it is, and even that performance itself, like watching it is so like, it's nice, because like this is the people in the background are like cheering, laughing along. It's just like a whole vibe, It's 2018, 2019, and I thought it was good. Sex and the City, like that song. I really like that song. It's like I think that's one of his more like musical songs, like more musical, action music. I love the like one example, like Sex and the City, and I like that song. And then the next song was I forgot. I think it was Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Like I like it. Kind of reminds me of Hamilton, and I like Hamilton. But like I like his music. I listened to the Fall of Hobo Johnson, the entirety of it. Well, I was like, and then like I thought it was good. I felt that shit, man. Like I was touched. There's just something about how like genuine and sincere it is that just feels so like comforting. It is kind of embarrassing. It is cringe, but like it's kind of admirable how like obnoxious it is. Like he's just like letting it all out, man. He's just being like stripped down naked, just being as embarrassing and sincere as he can. And you know what? The music isn't all that bad too. His vocals aren't terrible. He has a good scream, and the way that he writes stuff, he writes some pretty interesting stories that I think a lot of people can relate to. And yeah, and I thought the rise of that Fall of Hobo Johnson, was good. I thought it was really good. Like the first song, the story, that's just a good song. I love the screams, the guitar. It was a typical story of it. I thought it was good. And then the next song, stuff and that. And I really like You and the Cockroaches. That's my favorite song of his, I think. Because the story is just very well paced, and I love the whole piano bit. And oh my god, that fucking the way that it just explodes and all these horns. It's just feels amazing. I did not expect that. I was listening to it with earbuds. I was like sleepy and tired, and it was just kind of like it exploded. Like even now, when I'm like wide awake, like it still feels like properly like cathartic. It was good. And then I like some other songs. February 15th, I believe. I like that one. It's more like a live performance where he's just screaming his heart out. That was cool. And what else did I like? Subaru Crosstrek was decent. Move Away. And the chorus is kind of good. I like that chorus. And what else did I like? What else did I like? I like the entire album. I just had to name like specific songs that I was like stood out to me. I Want a Dog. That song is amazing. That song almost made me tear up because it's also like the outro of that song, and I thought it was really beautiful. Because like the whole song was just about this, like he's like naming all these fantasies, these grand fantasies, right? Where it's like, oh, I want a wife, and this wife's got to be like a Nobel Pulitzer Prize winner, and my 2 daughters gotta have like PhDs in every single science known to man, and I can make movies and stuff. And then he just like stops himself, and he's like, no, Frank, you just want a dog. I just want a dog. Because like I found that like so. That's just so fucking real, man. Because like I feel like more often than not, I think with me, right? I feel like more often than not, we want to like we keep like envisioning and daydreaming this like perfect life, right? Where everything is perfect and everything is nice, and that's our ambition, that's our goal, that's our dream, and everything and whatnot. And this is kind of like that is kind of unhealthy, right? And I think it's just better to like want things that are like realistic. Just like small steps, right? Like we don't have to be someone who's like incredible, amazing, perfect, like godly creature. We can just do whatever that makes us happy for now, or maybe for later. Like wanting a dog, just getting a dog. I can't always, get a wife and 2 daughters right now. I could just get a dog. And I thought that was like beautiful, and I thought the music around it was beautiful too, and also the song before that where it was just like auto-tune. And I'm not a big fan of how it sounds, but I thought like the song was like a whole experience. It's just like singing about his like suicidal tendencies, and that was kind of sad. And I also like Moonlight. I liked how like janky that entire instrumental palette is, and yeah. I like the songs. I like Crave Crower. I like Romeo and Juliet. I like Peace Song. I like I'll probably like go ahead and check out some of his other stuff. I heard Revenge of Hobo Johnson was very good. Fontana gave it a not good, and literally everyone in the world thinks it's bad. And I've heard some of it. I don't think it was that bad. It was like acoustic guitars, but I don't know if I'll be able to connect it. I listened to a bit of Hobo Johnson, Alienates His Audience. I don't know. That's fine. And Hobo Johnson Drinks. Like people don't like. I'm kind of surprised how like nobody's like talking about him anymore. Like, is his music really that bad now? But I thought like I'll definitely give Rise of Hobo Johnson, his debut album, like a full listen, because like I tried listening to it after I listened to the Fall of Hobo Johnson, but I kind of just like fell asleep because I was really tired then. And yeah, like I think it is just really about how different the culture is now. It's like Hobo Johnson, look, he's a product of his time. And back in 2018, 2017, or whatever, Hamilton was kind of released. Everyone was jolly, happy, more genuine and stuff. And then, of course, like, and then Hobo Johnson thrives in that place, that culture. He's all about being genuine, no matter how obnoxious. And there is like something genuinely like admirable, or something like there's value in how just truthful and sincere, genuine it is. Like he at least is like letting out his emotions, like in a way, like he's being genuine. I think like after COVID, maybe like people just got a little bit more jaded, got a little bit more embarrassed about sharing emotions, and nobody is really doing anything like Hobo Johnson did back then. Okay, do you name someone, any single artist, musical artist, pop star, whatever, who's like just like being fat and ugly and just sharing all of his like embarrassing thoughts and feelings and emotions and just being a loser? The first thing I can think of is like Olivia Rodrigo, but like Olivia Rodrigo is hot, and that album's kind of pretty beautiful, despite how like very confessional and naked it is. But like nobody really is doing what Oba Johnson is doing. And maybe we need someone like that back. Maybe we need something. Cause we need someone right now who's a little bit goofy, a little bit obnoxious, and just being genuine and truthful and sincere and being wholesome. Maybe a little less incel, a little less pathetic, maybe. But I don't know. I like Hope Johnson.